Alright, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with the May 26th edition of WWE Monday Night Raw recap. Here we are, still with the skewers. No pork this time, we got chicken going on. I got one more veggie coming up after that one. People say that Stevie Breach doesn't like his vegetables. But tonight, the big hook, line, and sinker that we knew was coming for the WWE Raw was the standoff between Daniel Bryan and Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon wants Daniel Bryan to relinquish the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, if that's what they're calling it these days. Basically, Daniel Bryan had the neck surgery. He's not going to be able to wrestle for a while. From listening to the Wrestling Observer, basically they're trying to push for Daniel Bryan to get back before the next pay-per-view. Trying to get him on that show, and it seems that his date of coming back is actually going to be 2 weeks after that, and they're sort of like there's a deadline set, and they're sort of not knowing what they're going to be doing. So basically, that is the reason why they gave on the Wrestling Observer podcast today, was that, you know, they on why they basically get to push this into Payback, because they don't really know where they're going yet. You know, basically Stephanie wants Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan showed up, neck brace in tow with the titles, came down, got in Stephanie McMahon's face, and just basically gave her an answer that, you know, basically she's not used to hearing, is that no, he was not going to be giving up the WWE Championship. This is exactly what I wanted to see. You know, basically, I didn't want Daniel Bryan to be going down there and basically just, you know, giving in to what the authority wants. Basically, he should have put up more of a fight when Triple H stripped him of the title back in September of last year. You know, he is a fighting champion. I think he definitely would fight if he had to. And they're booking this into Payback. You know, this is going to be an ongoing, you know, storyline. You know, it's going to be a definite segment to a match. It's going to be inside of the ring with Daniel Bryan having to come down there, because Stephanie McMahon has given the ultimatum, like, that you're going to give me the championship because I'm going to give you one more time. And if you don't give me the title, I'm going to fire your new wife, Brie. Brie has been a WWE superstar for 7 years. She's a previous Divas champion. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if it was her or it was Nikki, but I think it was Brie that actually was the champion during that heel run back in the day. And she's honestly gotten a lot better at wrestling. Both of them have. I honestly wouldn't mind, you know, if you would have asked me a few years ago if we never saw the Bellas again. I think, you know, when they made their return, you know, and they came back and they were the arm candy for Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow as a tag team. I believe that was last year around WrestleMania 29 when Total Divas started, and then basically they didn't get on the WrestleMania 29 card. They got bumped the day of the show, which ended up being like the Total Divas storyline. Would I care if I never saw the Bellas again? Honestly, you know, their in-ring stuff is not great, but it is a whole lot better. You know, when you're, you know, going around and you're seeing, you know, Daniel Bryan and John Cena, you know, do their thing in the ring and in their training regiment. And on the Cheap Heat podcast, you know, Rosenberg was talking about John Cena, and he actually was putting the Bellas over to him and asking, you know, if you know, he was the reason why, you know, that Nikki was getting better. And, you know, he just said that, you know, his training is rubbing off on her. She sees the way that he is, you know, constantly trying to, you know, up his game, whether if it's in the wrestling ring, lifting weights, learning Japanese, things like that, that, you know, it's going to be there. And I think the same thing is with Brie. We've seen, you know, Brie take down Nikki with the wrestling arm hold, making her tap out, telling her that she was going to go talk to John and see what they were going to do. Even though that's a Total Diva storyline, you got to believe a little piece of that is real. That, you know, when they're home and they're, you know, doing what they do, they're rolling around on the floor, whether if it's, you know, Daniel Bryan trying out, you know, his new submission moves or new holds on Brie. You know, it's a free body laying around. Why not? I hit, you know, Peyton with the FU every once in a while myself, but you can't go wrong with that. Wrestling with the kids is awesome. But you know, Daniel Bryan has to go into Payback. He has one more last shot. We have to see, basically, it's basically on the line. relinquish the championship, or your wife's getting fired. Daniel Bryan said he was gonna have to figure this out, and he was gonna have to do what was right. Yeah, he put over his wife, saying that she was a good wrestler, she should be able to live out her dreams, and he doesn't want to take them away. So definitely with Backstage Pass, they definitely made it seem as if Daniel Bryan was ready to hand those belts off, but I don't think he's gonna do it. That's just me. I lived in the era of the 30-day rule. And, him being able to hold the belt and not do it, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's only one pay-per-view, maybe two pay-per-views. I didn't really want him to strip, Dolph Ziggler back in the day. I didn't want him to strip CM Punk when he was injured and he missed TLC. I don't know why it's different, but those were, CM Punk was going into that match against The Rock. Everybody knew they was going if they stripped him. It would have taken away from that match. Dolph Ziggler really wasn't going anywhere when he won the World Heavyweight Championship. Well, he was starting, but a match against Alberto Del Rio wasn't going to be the end of the world if we didn't get it. But Payback definitely looks like a lackluster show. I definitely am glad it was one I don't have to make a decision on if I want to pick this up or not, or buy the show. With the WWE Network, in my mind, it's basically free. So we'll go from there. We'll see what's going down. What do you guys think is going to happen? Definitely I see Daniel Bryan going in, doing the no-no-nos again, and maybe we'll see Kane squash him in some safe way, and Brie gets fired. Maybe Brie turns against him. Who knows? It's going to be magic. Peace out, everybody.